I have this bad habit of making my favorite Filipino childhood desserts into cocktails. And this is probably one of my favorites.
Today we're gonna make the Mais Con Yelo, but before we do, we gotta make some corn milk. We're gonna start with a couple ears of corn here. I'm using 2 packages. I think this is about 12 in total. The first thing we need to do is process this corn. So we're gonna start by taking off all the husks and silks off each corn cob. After we wash our corn, we need to take each kernel off the cob. The easiest way to do this is to place a small bowl into a larger bowl and take each cob and use a knife to slice off the kernels from each one. Make sure you save the cob because that's going to be important in the next step. In a pot of boiling water, add your corn cobs and steep those for about 10 minutes. We're kind of making a corn broth here. We're going to take those out and add our corn kernels to give those a quick cook. We're going to give those another 10-15 minutes or so until they're done. Once that's done, we're going to strain the corn, but make sure to save that corn broth as well. You're going to need your Vitamix for this next step. So you're going to add that corn water along with your kernels, give that a quick buzz until it's nice and smooth. Be careful here if your corn and water is still hot. Next, you're going to add some condensed milk and some sweetened coconut milk to our blender and give that a quick whirl until it's nice and creamy. Give that a quick taste test, and if you're happy with it, get your Cambro and chinois and strain this mixture. The goal here is to get a rich and creamy corn milk without too much of that corn fiber and sediment. Once this is all strained through, it's time to bottle your corn milk. And make sure to make a huge mess here like I did. That's really important. Now it's time for us to make our Mais Con Yelo. The specs are in the description if you want this recipe.
All right, we're gonna start with a 1/2 ounce of Nixta, which is a corn liqueur, an ounce of a cream sherry. Today I'm using Lustau. And arguably the most important ingredient, we're gonna use 2 ounces of a homemade corn milk, add a pinch of sea salt, add some ice and shake. All right, we're serving this in a rocks glass or a crushed ice. And pour and strain our cocktail right over top. Since this is based on a Filipino street dessert, we're gonna make it a little snack. All corn, everything. We're gonna add corn flakes right over top. And it wouldn't be Mais Con Yelo without a little bit more condensed milk on top. Finish it off with a spoon so you can have your snack on top. This is a childhood dessert that I once again converted into a cocktail. Cheers, guys.